विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देगं श्रीगुरुश्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पदे गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वरा परम कृष्णा सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर गोविंदा सर्व कारण कारणम। हरे कृष्ण। By Lord Sri Krishna's causeless mercy, we successfully completed the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the opulence of the absolute Vibhuti Yoga. So now, by Krishna's causeless mercy, today we are going to start the 11th chapter, the universal form. So that is Viswarupa. So, by Krishna's causeless mercy, we are now going to understand about Viswarupa. This knowledge we cannot get anywhere else, only in Bhagavad Gita. So this Bhagavad Gita itself is the king of knowledge, and it is the most confidential knowledge, and it is the purest knowledge. So this knowledge Krishna is directly giving us in Bhagavad Gita. It has got 55 slokas, this 11th chapter. So 55 slokas, we are going to get a complete knowledge about Krishna's Viswarupa. Because in the 9th chapter, Krishna also said, Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina. Mastani sarvabhutani nachagam tesu avastita. So I pervade this entire universe by my unmanifested form. That's what Krishna said. And also, in the 10th chapter, when Arjuna asked Krishna to explain about his various manifestations, Vistarena Atmano Yogam Vibhudim Cha Janardana Bhuyaga Kadaya Triptri Srinvato Nasti Meyamatam. So at that time, Krishna said that my opulence is unlimited, but I will tell you the most prominent ones. So that way, Krishna said that there is no limit. Nantosti mama divyanam vibhutinam parantapa. So there is no limit for Krishna's unlimited opulence. So that way, we cannot put Krishna into any limits. Krishna is limitless in every sense, in every aspect, everything. Krishna is limitless. So that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, he can be bound. He can be bound by only one way. Who is unlimited, who is everything, but only by our unalloyed love, our unconditional and unalloyed love, Krishna will just do what we want. That's it. Krishna will be our servant. In fact, Krishna was Arjuna's servant in that battlefield. He was serving Arjuna. So he was riding Arjuna's chariot. So that way, just by showing our love towards Krishna, we will be able to receive Krishna's unlimited mercy upon us. So that way Krishna is totally bound. So we will be able to bind Krishna with our love, with our unconditional, unalloyed love, we can bind Krishna. So that is possible only with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we are developing that intimate relationship with Krishna. Because we know about Krishna, we know Krishna is the Purushottama, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And we are getting the complete knowledge, we are getting the full knowledge of this Bhagavad Gita. We will use it completely. Once we get this knowledge, we are not going to simply sit idle with this knowledge. Because this knowledge is, all the knowledge is to use only. Every knowledge what we are getting, we are going to use only. Everything. And especially we get so much motivation to use also. When we get this Bhagavad Gita knowledge fully, completely by Krishna's causeless mercy, so then since we start when we start loving Krishna, when we want to please Krishna, if that's what becomes our only goal in our life, so then we will start using this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, because we know only through this Bhagavad Gita how to please Krishna. So when we develop that love towards Krishna, when we want to please Krishna, then we will be definitely applying this knowledge, using this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So that's why Krishna is saying that Jnanam labdva param santim nachirena adhigacchati. Because when you get this knowledge, you are going to attain everlasting peace, supreme peace of mind. Jnanam labdva param santim, the supreme peace of mind. How that supreme peace of mind is going to come? Because we are going to use this knowledge. So with faith, we are going to gain this knowledge, but with love towards Krishna, we are going to use this knowledge. So with faith, we are gaining this knowledge. When we gain this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we are going to develop love towards Krishna. When we develop that love towards Krishna, then when we start loving Krishna, when we want to please Krishna, when we want to do everything only for Krishna's satisfaction, then we are going to get the supreme peace of mind. Jnanam labdva param santi nachirena adhigacchati. Very quickly, we are going to get that supreme peace of mind. So that is the effect of this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. By Krishna's causeless mercy, we got the opportunity. We are studying and we are making great progress. We finished 10 chapters. So totally 18 chapters in this Bhagavad Gita. We already finished 10 chapters. And again, we have not finished. We have studied until now 10 chapters. This Bhagavad Gita can never be finished. Bhagavad Gita, we need to keep studying, keep remembering, keep understanding all the slokas in Bhagavad Gita, because each and every sloka is unlimited source of knowledge and unlimited source of inspiration, energy, motivation. Everything is going to come when we study this Bhagavad Gita. Because the problem is that Maya is very, very powerful and very strong. And with that powerful Maya, how are we going to overcome? How are we overcome all our attachments to this material world? We are so much attached to this material world, material sense objects, and every day, every moment, and each and every activity, we are forced by the three modes of material nature. We are always forced and we are bound. We are under compulsion. So we are doing everything under force. There is something called OCD. OCD is obsessive compulsive disorder. But here we need to understand that we are under compulsion to work, under compulsion to act. So we are actually in this material world, we are forced to work. So we are forced to do everything because we are having attachment to the results of our activities. That is the main thing. Because we don't have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So these are the two reasons. Because we are having attachment to the material sense objects, because we don't have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we are forced by the three modes of material nature to work, to act. And once we become knowledgeable in this Bhagavad Gita, once we become a jnani, get the full knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, jnani tvatmaiva me matam. Krishna says that I consider the jnani to be my own self. उदाराग सर्वयेवैते ज्ञानी त्वात्मैव मे मथम् आस्तितग सहि युक्तात्मा माम् एवानुत्तमाम् गति. Jnani tvatmaiva me matam. I consider the jnani to be my own self. Jnani tvatmaiva me matam. Because he is properly situated. Astita. Sahi Yuktatma Mameva Nuttamam Gatim. So he is working everything, keeping me as the ultimate destination. Mameva Nuttamam Gatim. So Krishna is our only Gati. Krishna is only our destination. We want to go to Krishna's way. We don't want to struggle and suffer in this material way. When people in this material way, when we know that certain job, certain profession that gives us more money, that fetches more salary, so then people work very hard to get that profession. For example, doctors, they earn more money, so it's very difficult to get admission into medical college. And especially if somebody wants to do master's degree in MD or something, it's all, they talk in terms of crores of rupees because they will make so much money from there. Like that here, when we want to go to Goloka, when we understand that we are going to get out of this material bondage, we are going to get out of this material world forever. We will never ever come back to this material world. So then how much effort we need to put just to go to Krishna? We just have to simply forget this world. That is the only effort we need to put. So that means we just have to only remember Krishna. That is the only effort we need to put. So that way we need this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So that means we need to work hard only to get this knowledge, which is really, really not hard to get this knowledge. That's a very important thing. So it's very easy to get this knowledge for the devotees. So only thing is that we should not waste even a single minute, single moment. That's the very important thing. Because not even a single moment we are free. So that way we should not waste even a single moment. Nahi kasyati chanamapi jatu tistati akarmakrit. So not even a single moment one can refrain from doing something. So that means not even a single moment we should forget Krishna. So we should always remember Krishna. That is the main thing. All the time. Sarvesu kalesu. All the time, if we remember Krishna, so then we will be able to go to Krishna. So that inspiration, that motivation, everything should come. That when we go to Krishna as well, when we go to Goloka, our life is going to be full of bliss. So what we are going to achieve at that time is our eternal, permanent, blissful life in Krishna as well. So in this material world, to get temporary benefits, to get into some profession, to earn some money, we are working so hard. We are working very, very hard. We are studying hard and studying for years and doing a lot of practice, lot of this, lot of that. So just to go to Goloka, we should actually spend all our efforts, all our time, everything only for that reason. That is to free ourselves from this material bondage. There should be only our goal. That's why Krishna is saying that Mameva Nuttamam Gati. Why? Because a person who has got the complete knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, who understands that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he will surrender unto Krishna. That's it. Mam Prabhatyade Vasudevam Sarvam Miti. So knowing that Krishna is everything, Krishna is all in all. Krishna is all in all. Krishna is everything. Vasudevam Sarvam Miti. Mam Prabhatyade. Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Mam Prabhatyade Vasudevam Sarvam Miti. So that's what we are supposed to do in our life. We need to surrender unto Krishna. We need to love Krishna. We need to do everything only for Krishna. Then our life will be full of bliss. We will be able to free from this material bondage. That should be only our goal. That should be our ultimate goal in our life. So time is going by, everything. So the seconds, minutes, everything is just going. We are using, of course, Krishna's mercy. We are every day we are very sincere. We are very serious in this effort. There is no doubt. Because this commitment is very, very nice to see. All the devotees every day joining, every day studying Bhagavad Gita, every day we are making progress and understanding Bhagavad Gita and asking a lot of questions and understanding everything in this Bhagavad Gita. This is what is very important. So this time is very, very effectively spent in our life. This progress what we are making, this results what we are getting by studying this Bhagavad Gita, this is going to be permanent with us. Whatever results we are achieving by studying Bhagavad Gita, by teaching Bhagavad Gita, by spreading Krishna's message. So this time is the only time we are actually connected with Krishna. We are remembering Krishna. We are only listening to Krishna. All these slokas in Bhagavad Gita. We have no other worries or concerns at this point of time. When we get the full knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, when we fully depend on Krishna, then we will not have to worry about anything in this material realm. Our intelligence will be very, very strong and very clear. So, because we won't be confused, we won't be under illusion in whatever is happening in this material world. Everything is moha, everything is illusion in this material world. So, only with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we can actually get to that kind of status. That is possible because the knowledge reveals everything. When the knowledge comes, then we are able to understand everything. Just this knowledge, just this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, that's it. This Bhagavad Gita knowledge, this 18 chapters, 700 slokas, answers all the questions. Every question, any question we ask, it is answered. And simply if we accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of God, just fall under his lotus feet with love, with devotion, not out of fear. With so much love towards Krishna, if we just surrender unto Krishna, surrendering means submitting ourselves unto Krishna. So then our life is going to be so much blissful. Because Krishna is revealing this knowledge to us and we understand about ourselves and we understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So our life is very effectively used, like all I said a moment ago, everything. So that's all going to happen with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So that way in this Bhagavad Gita, we are understanding that Krishna said to Arjuna that what need is there, Arjuna, for you to know all these opulence? Just with a single fragment of my energy, I pervade this entire universe. Athava bahunaitena kimnyatena tavarjuna vishtabhyakam idam kritsnam yekam sena Stito Jagat. Vishtabhyaham idam krishnam ekam sena stito jagat. I pervade this entire universe by my single fragment of energy. That's what Krishna is saying. So, when that is the fact, when we are able to remember that Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, who is there in our heart as the super soul, so then if we develop attachment to Krishna only, that means we don't have to develop any attachment to any material sense objects. That means we really don't have to think or worry about anything in this material world. Our focus should be only Krishna. Mayeva manadatsva mayi buddhim nivesayaga. Nivasisyasi mayeva atavurdvam nasam sayaga. So, you fix your mind upon me, you focus your intelligence upon me, and by doing so, you will come to me. There is no doubt about it. That's what Krishna is saying. So, we just have to connect ourselves with Krishna. All the time, this connection should be established. Like in this world, in this modern scientific world, if we lose the internet connection, it's very difficult for us to survive. It's very difficult. For a few minutes also, if you lose internet connection, everything comes to standstill. We are not able to do anything. We are not able to. So, or if the power goes off, if there is no power, if there is no electricity at home, everything is completely stopped. So we are not able to do anything. So similarly, if our connection with Krishna is lost, then we are not doing anything good in this way. Then everything, whatever we do, it is simply useless. Everything, whatever we do without connecting ourselves with Krishna, without offering unto Krishna, so without the knowledge of this Bhagavad Gita, so whatever we do, everything, whatever we achieve, everything is simply useless. Waste. Just waste. That's it. So that's why 24/7 we should be completely connected only with Krishna. Anything we do, we should do only for Krishna. Whatever we do, it should be only for Krishna. That's why Krishna said that whatever you do it for me. Yat karosi tat kurusva madarpanam. So if we do like that, then we will be freed from all miseries of material existence. Kaunteya pratijaniki name bhaktaga pranashyati. So son of Kunti declare it boldly that my devotee will never perish. So it is guaranteed. Krishna is promising. So in this Bhagavad Gita, we understand very clearly, without any confusion, without any doubt, we understand that if we just worship Krishna, if we pray to Krishna, if we just serve Krishna, so that means we will be taken care of nicely by Krishna. We don't have to worry about anything in this material world. Simply serve Krishna. That's it. So that kind of attitude comes with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. When we get this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, automatically we are going to fall in love with Krishna. We are going to do everything for Krishna. And of course, Krishna is giving us this knowledge also. It's very important. We are getting all the knowledge of this Bhagavad Gita, complete knowledge. How much we got, how much we understood. Starting from first chapter, second chapter, about the Krishna gave so much knowledge about soul, so much knowledge about the Karma Yoga in the third chapter, and Buddhi Yoga, act with intelligence. And then each and every chapter, Dhyana Yoga. And then even in the fifth chapter, it's a very important chapter. So many nice slokas. Krishna is teaching us everything very, very nicely, very clearly. So, Yegi samsparsa jaboga dukkha yonaya yevate adyantamantaga kaunteya nate suramate butakam. Yegi samsparsa jaboga dukkha yonaya yevate adyantamantaga kaunteya nateshu ramate budaga. So whatever enjoyment we get it due to our material sense objects, material senses and sense objects, in contact with the sense objects, they are all the source of our miseries. They are all the birthplace, and it has got beginning and end. So an intelligent person does not take participation in this kind of cheap material sense enjoyment. That's why natesu ramate bhutaka. So we need to have that intelligence. We need to have that intelligence and fully depend only on Krishna with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So now in the 10th chapter we finish, and Arjuna is actually now started talking to Krishna. So in the 11th chapter, in the very first sloka, Arjuna is saying that Arjuna uvacha madanugrahaya paramam guhyam adhyatma samnitam yatvayoktam vachaga tena mogoyam vigato mama. Arjuna uvacha madanugrahaya paramam guhyam adhyatma samjnitam yatvayoktam vachaga vachastena mogoyam vigato mama. Anugrahaya. Krishna said that Devam eva anukham partha. Aham ajnanajam tamaga nasyami atma bhavastu jnana deepena pasada. Anukam. Anukam means mercy. So here anugraham. Anugraham means Krishna's mercy. So mad anugraham, to show your mercy upon me. So that's why mad anugrahaya paramam guhyam means the supreme secret. Paramam guhyam. So to show your special mercy upon me, you reveal, you explain to me samjnitam paramam guhyam. So maddanugrahaya paramam guhyam adhyatma samjnitam yatvayoktam. Uktam means you said, you told me. So vachaga, vachas means the words. So whatever you said. So whatever words you said, everything, because of all such words, your knowledge, everything you gave to me. So my tena mohoyam vigato mama. Because of that, my moha, my illusion is completely gone. Tena mohoyam vigato mama. My illusion has now been completely dispelled. This is what Arjuna is saying. So that means all the questions which Arjuna is going to ask from the 11th chapter onwards, nothing is because he is under confusion. He is asking many questions also. So that's why we have 18 chapters. But Arjuna is, even though he said in the 18th chapter, towards the end, at the end to Krishna, that Nasto Moha. Nasto Moha means my illusion is gone. The same thing in the 11th chapter, first sloka itself, Arjuna is saying that Mogoyam Vigato Mama. My moha is Vigato. My moha is gone. It's completely removed. So dispelled. So Mogoyam Vigato Mama. So the same thing Arjuna says in the 18th chapter. But what did he say in the 3rd chapter? Buddhim mohaya sivame. So now I am under illusion. I am confused. Buddhim mohaya sivame. What did he say in the 2nd chapter? Kripana palaheta. We said that karpanya dosopagata swabhaga prichamitvam dharma sammuda chetaga. I don't know what is good, what is bad. I don't know what to do. I'm completely confused. So dharma sammuda chetaga. He said that Vyamisreneva Vakyena Buddhi Mohayasivame. That's what he said in the 3rd chapter, 2nd sloka. Because of your equivocal instructions, my intelligence is bewildered. So Buddhi Mohayasivame. Now Arjuna is saying that Tena Mohoyam Vigato Mama. So by whatever supreme instructions you just told me, Krishna, Madanugrahaya Paramam Guhyam. Because Krishna in the very first sloka in the 10th chapter, Krishna said that Bhuyayeva Mahabhago Sunume Paramam Vachaga Yategam Priyamanaya Vakshyami Hitakamyaya. So I'm again, you hear from me again the supreme words. So I'm giving it to you because you are my dear friend. For your benefit. That's it. Bhuyayeva Mahabhago Sunume Paramam Vachaga. So the same word Vachaga, Vachas, the same word Arjuna is using, that you Yatvayoktam Vachas. Yatvayoktam Vachas. So whatever you just now told, so everything because of that, my illusion is completely been dispelled. It's been dispelled. So that's what Arjuna is telling Krishna. So now Arjuna continues to tell more and more, and he will of course ask Krishna to show his universal form also. So we will continue to study from tomorrow. By Krishna's castness mercy, we have successfully finished the first sloka, very first sloka in the 11th chapter, the universal form. Hare Krishna. I'll stop now.